at you with a new video. So today we're going to talk about Love Island Season 11, Episode 14, and let's get right into the video. So in today's episode, we're picking back off of the little challenge with the 3 bombshells. Will, Grace, and Tiffany made moves. Tiffany and Ronnie, Grace and Joey, Will and Uma, all that situation. In the challenge, Kieran, kind of opted out of kissing because I guess he didn't want to accept, upset Nicole with the situation, but then he proceeded to tell the guys that if he didn't kiss somebody, he would have kissed Grace. So then, we have this whole Joey and Samantha and Grace situation because Joey and Grace have history, they have, a past, whatnot, and so forth. They've dated before and whatnot. So Samantha felt like she doesn't want to be in the middle of the whole situation. She didn't want to be in the middle, she didn't want to be the third, whatever. So she decided that same night to sleep out on the daybeds. So to Joey's surprise, he's just like, this is a little bit pathetic, like, you're being a little dramatic by doing that. Like, nothing has happened yet, like, why are you trying to make the decision, for me, whatever, like, nothing has happened yet. Like, he's kind of like, that was probably like the straw that broke the camel's back because he just kind of was weaning off of Samantha. Like, to be honest, they had no chemistry. Like I said, like I told you guys time and time again, I said he's just waiting for somebody that is type to a T or until Casa Moore arrives. And his type to a T came to the villa, which is Grace. Then we have Ronnie, Harriet, and Tiffany. Tiffany was basically talking to Ronnie, and he was sitting right next to Harriet. And, they were just talking about, like, what they liked in the game. So she was like, oh, did you like that you had to kiss me in the game? And he was, like, laughing and joking, basically confirmed, that was what it was. And he was sitting right next to Harriet. And I'm just like, he really made Harriet look like a mug because you're coupled up with Harriet, you showed interest in Harriet, but you're laughing about kissing another girl in the game. Basically flirting with another girl right in front of Harriet's face. And I feel like, I don't think Harriet deserves that, like, to be honest. I don't think Harriet deserves that. It's upset about the whole situation because, of course, like, you just disrespected her, like, right in front of her face. And then you have, like, no remorse by that. So then, Islanders, they go to sleep, wake back up, and then the infamous text comes into Will, Grace, and Tiffany, and the text was like, they can choose one Islander to spend the night with into another villa. So Will chooses Uma because he's been saying that Uma is his number one. He really likes Uma. Uma's fit, this, that, and the third. But he's saying that he also has options because other girls are, was talking to Will as well. Ronnie was picked by Tiffany because, he was the one that showed most interest. I don't think anybody else was talking to Tiffany. And then we have, Grace, who also was talking to Omar. And then Joe, and she has history with Joey, so she picks Joey. So Joey, Uma, and Ronnie gets to go spend the night in the other villa with Will, Tiffany, and Grace. And, Joey does not say anything to Samantha before leaving the villa. So Samantha was kind of upset about that, like, what's going on? Joey also reveals to the other guys while getting ready that, over the whole Samantha's thing right now, like, he sees her more as a friend.
Me and Samantha, we get on, that's it. Like, in a friendship way, we get on.
I already knew he doesn't really like her like that from time, like, this is just like, what is it, vindication right now? Because I was like, he does not like Samantha. They were, Samantha was dubbing them as mom and dad at the villa, and I'm just like, no, So then, Ronnie, he's over in the other villa. He's like, Harriet who? He's like, even though Tiffany is his type to the T, he's still gonna try to see where he's at with Harriet. He's not just gonna, like, dump her off or whatever like that. But he's telling the other guys, like, yeah, Tiffany's it. Tiffany's it for him. So Ronnie, we know Ronnie is a known liar from last episode. Like, he's a known liar, like, from last week's, episodes. Like, because he blatantly lied. Like, when his movie night reel comes to, fruition, his thing is going to be the first one on the list. Like, because he has the most. Like, Aya would have been second, but, he decided to calm down a bit. He decided to behave himself a little bit this week. But Ronnie, he's number one. He's number one for the guys. Because the lies, how he's treating Harriet and Jess and all that other stuff, yeah, it's not gonna look good for that guy. Like, he's really getting worse by the episodes. So then we have this Nicole Kieran situation, and since Kieran basically told the guys that he would have kissed Grace in the challenge, we have Mimi, Ayo, and Omar basically talking about Kieran, basically just saying like, how to go about the situation, like, or what do you think about the whole challenge situation? They're saying like, the guys are basically telling Mimi like, a challenge is basically, it's just a challenge, like, is like, there's nothing with the challenge, like a challenge is just a challenge. But Mimi thinks that a challenge is a way that you could kiss somebody to shoot your shot at them. So basically it's like you have a double, like an underlying plan when you do a challenge and like kiss somebody. But the guys are basically saying, well, a challenge is just basically a challenge, like it doesn't hold any weight. So maybe just basically saying like, to somebody else, to girls, it means weight. It holds a little bit of weight. To guys, it probably is like, oh, just whatever, just a challenge. Like, if it's outside of the challenge, that's when it holds weight. So Mimi later in the episode, she talks to Kieran basically like about the whole Nicole situation and says that before anybody reveals that she would have rather kissed Grace in this the challenge, why don't you tell Nicole yourself?
How was it? Have you tried? Yeah.
I chatted to her briefly when she first came in. She pulled me and Sean for a conversation at the same time. Not much was said.
It's like comes to my attention that like something was said about like if you didn't kiss Jess, you would have kissed. Like, I just want to let you know that I know we'll get to Nicole in some way. Because obviously I think it's best that would come from you because it's coming straight from you, rather than if she heard it and then she insinuates or doesn't have context about it and then it's blown away, then it needs to be.
The boy is,
do you know what I mean?
I feel like I said this before that, Mimi, Nicole, and Harriet, or Harriet and Nicole are like Mimi's real associates, real peeps in the villa. I feel like those are the people that she's closest to. We can obviously see that Harriet and Mimi we can see that they're closer now on screen. But I feel like, Nicole giving her advice about Ayo, last week and all that stuff. And then, Harriet, Mimi, all that stuff. I feel like those are the three in the villa that are like very close. I feel like Mimi's looking out for Nicole as a friend in the villa. So she's trying to tell Kieran to speak to her one-on-one before the information gets out of hand. Also, it could be editing, the producers, wanting to push that narrative. But it is what it is. Because there wasn't too much like going on between the Mimi Ayo situation. I feel like the conversation was just a bit like, we got three people talking about other people, which just feels like, okay, why is that? But there wasn't much going on in the villa. So then we have Jess and Sean. Sean was feeling a bit of a way about Jess. He's kind of feeling like Jess doesn't really like him like that. So he's talking to the girls. He's talking to Samantha, Harriet, Nicole, those girls. And he's basically saying like, he just feeling that Jess doesn't really like him like that. Like, he shouldn't really try because, so the girls were basically kind of saying like Sam was basically saying like, she was trying to do tit for tat with the Ronnie situation, and that, basically he was a placeholder. She doesn't really care for him. She was a placeholder for Jess because she could have coupled up with Ronnie, but she was always trying to be like, oh, she told Ronnie beforehand she didn't want to be in a triangle. She's taking herself out of the triangle. She knows her worth, So she couples up with Sean. When even the conversation that she had with Sean was like, it was like she was on one side of the chair and Sean was there. Jess confronts the girls and basically says, that, which one of you said that or what was said in the conversation. So all the girls basically kind of like denied saying the whole tit for tat situation. And they were just like, oh, that's not what we said. He had the idea. But you don't like Sean, and Sean tried with you, and he just felt like it was a waste of his time. So until the bombshell comes in, it is what it is. I feel like at this rate, with how Jess is moving, she might be the next girl dumped from the villa. To be fair, she might be the next girl dumped. But we'll see. Basically, back into the spend the night area, we see Joey and Grace crack on. You know, he's giving her massages. Then their next thing you know, they're in the pool and he's just kissing her in the pool. Everybody can see.
All these feelings and emotions have just all come out of me, and it's like I couldn't help it but just kiss her straight away. I missed a lip.
Okay, now.
Everybody can see. They're kissing in the pool. He's talking like he missed them lips. Like, what? You were just coupled up with Samantha. You haven't told Samantha that you were done with her. It's gonna be another situation. He's kissing, you know, Grace. He's cracking on Grace. He just feels like, yeah, that Grace is his person at this point. Samantha is his friend. He's like friend-zoning, you know, Samantha right now. Then we also see Will and Uma chat. You know, Uma just likes that she's picked. She feels like she likes Will a bit more at the point in time, and it seems like that's gonna be her person soon. And then then we see Ronnie and Tiffany share a kiss on the daybed in the other villa, and yeah, we see Harriet, and next episode is about to be wild for those three girls. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. But that was the episode. Samantha, I don't know, girl, because Samantha might be the one who be left single, to be honest. Because, yeah, Joey said you're friend zone. Sean and Jess is donezo. Ronnie is just stringing Harriet along. Like, these men are dirty, okay? But, yeah, that was the episode. We don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a recoupling soon. But yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, guys, if you guys like the video, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Anyway, you guys watching this video.